Hi, I'm Jordan Bradford, a CFP and Senior Financial Advisor here at the Tranel Group. And today I want to talk about the tax word of the year, which is tariffs. And tariffs are something that have been in the news here recently, especially with the election of President Trump. One of the main talking points on his economic agenda was tariffs. And I want to talk about what that means and really how that impacts your financial planning. So let's rewind back to 2017 a little bit here first, because back in President Trump's first term in office, he threw around tariffs a little bit at the time and used it primarily as a negotiating tool to bring some other countries to the table to talk about other economic agendas and policies that his administration wanted to accomplish. So you probably heard a little bit of talk then, but it never really came out to anything substantial to the point where tariffs impacted our day-to-day living, and certainly nothing that would have impacted your overall financial plan to any substantial amount. But now that we get back to 2025 here, there's a renewed conversation around tariffs from Trump's incoming administration. And tariffs can mean a lot of different things, but the primary definition of a tariff really is that it is a tax on a good that's imported. And that's from another country coming into the United States. So there's been talk about tax or adding tariffs to Canada, China, other countries that are significant exporters of goods here to the United States. It's also possible that this conversation around tariffs will not once again result in just a direct, tariff being applied, but instead a negotiating tool to bring some manufacturing jobs back to the United States. President Trump has already made comments that is something that is important to his administration, is he wants to bring manufacturing jobs back. He's even talked about that, recently in the news in regards to Canada. Canada is a big producer of automobiles. And Trump had made a comment that, he would just prefer to see that those automobiles made in Detroit here in the United States, which is a negotiating tactic for him to use when he's potentially thinking of the United States adding a tariff on maybe auto manufacturing imports from Canada or other countries. So tariffs are, out there. We don't know exactly what it is going to ultimately look like. The best advice that, I can give as a financial planner at this point in time is, keep an eye on what's happening, but ultimately, everyone plays by the same set of rules. So there's no sense in making dramatic changes to your financial plan because you think a tax is going to be applied that may or may not end up even going through. And at the end of the day, investors are aware of this. And, taxes go up, taxes go down, but over time, companies perform and they perform based on how they're actually performing. And these external factors like taxes, like who's in office, those have small impacts for sure, but ultimately they should not be the driver of what is going on in your portfolio. Your portfolio should be driven by what goals do I need to accomplish and what are the type of investments that I need to have in order to accomplish those goals. So tariffs are going to be on the news a lot. You're going to hear a lot more about them in this coming year, but just know what they are, know what they're not, and know that this could also be, again, a negotiating term that the Trump administration uses to potentially maybe do some other economic policies that are on their agenda, such as bring some manufacturing back to the United States. So if you have questions, reach out to us. We are happy to help. All things tariff related or anything financial planning related for that matters. Thanks for your time and have a great day.